Did you know that you can live in a permanent state of bliss? That's your nature. That is accessible to you if you understand what's happening. So all the striving, all the trying to be happy by achieving things or by fixing problems in your life, all that is keeping you so busy, so stressed, so in this huge amount of excuses in your head explaining why you're not happy, perfectly happy, peaceful, and enjoying your life right now. All that things that crosses your mind, it is fear. But the big trick is to make you feel that you need to look for happiness outside of you. You need to look for bliss outside of you. So the solution is to go through all your conditioning. And that's what meditation does. It helps you to let go of all this striving, all this doing, and just rest in what is, in this presence. And meditation just gives you very clear feedbacks on how to do that properly. It's not just like, of course, everyone from time to time, they would just sit on the couch and spend some time resting. Yeah, but this is not what I'm talking here. What I'm saying is like, even when you jump on the couch, and this for a person with depression is very obvious, even they may look, apparently they're not doing anything from the outside, they're actually very busy inside of themselves, torturing themselves. So I wish everybody would know this. You can stop that. You can just let go completely. And what will happen? Well, at first, you may have to kind of try to sit to meditate, try to learn to meditate. Everybody tells me, oh, I feel that I'm busy while I'm trying to do this and that. Yeah, that's like, in the beginning, it looks like you're learning to ride a bike or something like that. Temporarily feels like you're doing something. But very soon, you're going to start understanding meditation is just resting. It's not something you have to do or try hard. It's just there. And then is when you're going to start enjoying it. It's going to become a very deep, restful state for you. A beautiful moment to look forward in your day. And when you sit to meditate, as you learn to use all these subtle references of activity in your mind, you will learn to surrender and let them go. And little by little, you will tap into this natural stillness. It's not that you're forcing your mind to stop. It's that when you don't need to move and your body is just chilling because you don't need to move. It's not you're forcing yourself to stay still. It just happens naturally when you are not moving. But most people's mind can stop moving all the time. And that is the problem. It's like as if their body couldn't stop moving. So what you find through learning how to meditate is that you learn to leave not just your body, that in the beginning too, but after a while you notice that your mind also stops. And naturally, in the beginning, not completely, although you can do that at some more advanced level. But the important thing is that you start noticing how there are huge gaps of activity and there is just a natural presence that appears. And in there, little by little, you will start finding stillness. And that stillness is so crucial that you're aware that you're not pursuing thinking, that you are just present, that you're not necessarily thinking on anything. That if someone will quickly ask you, who are you? You may, I am this person. You will need to think about it in order to know it. That kind of level of easygoing, like a child deeply playing or someone enjoying sport or dancing or music, or you're so involved that you let yourself go. And in there you find happiness because you are disengaging a lot of erroneous background thinking that is happening in your unconscious mind. So meditation is just a strategy to let that go. You can also face that if you had an unfortunate case of facing death. You will suddenly just surrender everything because what's the point? So meditation is like practicing that. You just let go. But as much as you do that, you untrain your mind from thinking intensively. And by doing that, at some point you reach stillness. And stillness is the space that if you stay there long enough, a deep layer of bliss you've been longing all your life is going to start to come noticeably in your experience, to start overflowing in your experience, a sense of happiness and satisfaction that has nothing to do with achieving anything in life or fixing anything in life. It's just your presence. But in order to reach there, first you need to make sure that you're not engaging with your mind. That's why it's so important to reach this level of stillness. And that's what probably most important thing I teach to my students. But you can find a link below to, if you want to know more about all this. There's a free course and blah, blah, but importantly, other people too. But the important thing here is that as you go deep into the stillness, you recognize that your happiness is not something you have to strive for, and that automatically stops your stress. So stillness allows for this bliss to appear, but also in the other way around. When this bliss appears, when this satisfaction, this fulfillment, natural fulfillment of your presence appears, you also stop striving to find it anywhere. And in that sense, there's a feedback loop of contentment, and you start becoming independent from the world to find your happiness. And then you can enjoy the world for the first time because you don't depend on it. You don't need people. You don't need close to anything. Things just happen. And from that freedom, you experience your world, whatever it is, as joy, as peace, as bliss. And the most surprising thing is to realize that you don't have to become someone else. You don't even need to become a good meditator or a very expert person who will talk about it in a certain way. No, you don't need that. You just need to surrender yourself for a few moments and observe your mind and keep track and monitor the activity in your mind and learn to let it go. I said before, there are many techniques to do this. So give it a try and let me know if I'm wrong. Because it is a fact that I've been testing for over 30 years now. And it's plain straightforward. You just rest, and in that stillness, peace and joy and bliss appear. What else do you want? Can you imagine waking up every morning feeling complete? Going to bed every night and feeling that everything is just perfect. That you are at peace. That you are ready to go if you had to go. Everything is just exactly where it has to be. There's no desperation. There's no running. There's no stress. Why are you going to put yourself under stress? To get where? So I want everybody to experience this peaceful bliss. And I want everybody to know that it's your nature. And there are ways. I know the mind is tricky. When you try to stop it, you cannot stop it. And it just comes with more activity. But there is some technicalities in there that you're doing wrong. And that's why it reinforces itself. You can learn to let it go completely. And realize that you have been always exactly where you want it to be. And your life is really, really amazing. It's just that you forget it constantly by thinking. So meditate, 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 meditate. Just to let go, let go, let go. And realize that you are exactly where you want to be already now.